A well-known member of our martial arts community squeezed my wife's breast and harassed her, and other women came forward. Now he is banned to every school in town. I thought this would be a good place to post this in support of all women coming forward about being intimately harassed. My wife and I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a grappling martial art involving close contact. We have been doing it for several years and are heavily involved in the BJJ community. We are both blue belts, the first colored rank in the art, which although low on the totem pole, signifies significant commitment to the art. An older individual who had been in our program when we started took interest in helping my wife get the basics, a pattern he repeated with pretty much every woman who joined the program. My wife is pretty strong and muscular for her size due to weight training, and they sort of developed a joke about how she's strong like a man. It started with seemingly innocuous comments about her arm/bicep muscles being strong/developed. My girlfriend thought it was funny and even enjoyed the compliment to a degree. Personally, it wasn't my favorite thing, but at first it wasn't uncomfortable for her, and it wasn't my place to tell her how to take it, how I felt at the time. Flash forward a year and the comments got weirder, one of which was, "God, you're so strong like a man, I should check down there to make sure." I was not aware of this comment, and she noticed various odd touches when he showed her moves. A light pat on the butt, a pinch when rolling is the term for live training with a partner, etc. because the art involves such close contact. She wrote the touches off as just part of the rolling, and the comments as, "Oh, that's just how he is." Red flags for me, but it sort of remained a joke to her. The last straw that made her completely realize he was a predator was 2 weeks ago. He had her in a certain position where his hands were crossed in front of her chest. Rather than clasp his hands together as the position demands, he grabbed her left breast and squeezed hard. She immediately scrambled out of the position. Right after the roll, he said, "Wow, you are like a man. I grab your chest and there's nothing there." He's foreign and speaks improper grammar. I was not at class that day. She came home and told me. A bunch of us were going to the bar to say goodbye to another teammate who was moving, and the predator would be there. I told her she had to confront him about everything or I would. I was furious at the time, and I am a mixed martial artist who would have no problem beating the crap out of this guy. So I thought it best that I stay cool and let her do the confronting. I am aware that the law frowns upon retaliatory violence, plus I felt it would empower her more to do it, and since she was the victim that was important, I supported her 100% but did not want it to seem like she needed a man to do this. She confronted him hard and he could barely look her in the eye. Long story short, he told her, "You're wrong. I'm a married man. You're like a sister to me. If I wanted to cheat on my wife I would go to a bar." She replied, "Well, I hope you didn't grope your sister and you are the reason women are scared to do martial arts." She maintained her position and he continued to gaslight her. She told the coach the next day and he was furious. He confronted the predator at the next class, and he continued to deny it. The coach started investigating, leading several other young women to come forward with similar stories. They even thanked my wife, saying they were too embarrassed/scared to come forward, and told her we need more women like her who will stand up. Interestingly, the older married women in the program said they never had this experience, which led the coach to realize he picked his victims specifically. He will now be banned from the studio we train at, and everyone will be made aware why, I hope. The hardest part was some of our closest friends admitted they didn't believe my wife until the other women came forward. To all women, I urge you to call these efforts out immediately in any situation. Who knows how many women were scared out of our studio on their first class because this guy showed them the ropes. I now understand why it's so hard for women to come forward about this crap. If anything, it's been a learning experience for myself and my wife. Update: I was informed by another coach in the area that the culprit attempted to train at his school. He claimed he wasn't learning at the original school, but the coach was already warned by myself. I drop in there from time to time. The coach called me and I gave him the full lowdown. Not sure what will happen, but the coach said he does not want that poop in his program.